You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Screw your freedom.
Oh yeah, folks, the wreck is happening. The wheels are coming off the bus. We're coming to a big turning point. Don't celebrate like we're going to be free. Oh, of course, there's the hope that the globalists just give up. They own Europe. They own essentially China. They own essentially, the entire North American, South American, African continents. They own the politicians. They own the political parties. In America, they own the House. They own the Senate. They own the White House. They own the bureaucracy. And they're not just going to give up. Yeah, they suck. Yeah, they're having problems. You bet they are. But they're not just going to quit. We got some big deal, folks. Some big stuff. As stated in the last video, the booster rooster, the little cock that couldn't, is continuing his stuff, but it's ending. States and countries are saying no more. They're beating the war drums very loudly, and they're looking like morons doing it, folks. This is a wreck, right? An Associated Press reporter, not Fox News, not Newsmax, and not a Prepared Mind Network field reporter, right? An Associated Press reporter went after the State Department spokesman over the claims that Russia is planning a false flag as a pretext to invade Ukraine. And know what he said? Quote, "This is Alex Jones territory you're getting into." Isn't it amazing that a man who had his network taken down, unfunded by banks, PayPal, destroyed by social media, absolutely squashed in mainstream media. The Associated Press, folks, they're right up there with Reuters. They're the news for the news. They're looking at what the White House is saying, going, look, this is stuff that Alex Jones used to say. Well, you know what's interesting, folks, is I think the AP reporter is not just kind of slamming or biatch slapping or making fun of the White House. I think they're actually pointing out exactly what is going on. Yeah, this is Alex Jones stuff, and Alex Jones has been right about an awful lot of stuff, just as we here, folks, have been right about an awful lot of stuff, right? We've been predicting this, watching their predictive programming, watching this play out for years and years as we prepare and mentally prepare as well. They're not just going to go away. They're not just going to give up. They're losing the narrative. They've lost it now on Cerveza Bug. And it's going to take a little bit of time for them to wind it down and to let us go. But we aren't free, folks. When you're wearing multiple pairs of shackles, your ankles, your neck, a waist cinch, right, handcuffs, tied to a tree, tied to a stone, tied to a boulder, tied to the back of their bus as they drag us along, Russia comes out. And Russia has been great at disarming the Obama administration, about disarming the media over Syria. It's been great watching them. They did it again. And now Russia is mocking the White House and the Pentagon and the intelligence community, saying their false flag video accusation is delusional, right? Because the United States produced a propaganda false flag video to use, right, and say that it was Russia, or was it the other way around, right? Both sides are playing this game. And for you and I, we're in the middle. Civilians are always caught in the middle. Military is a tool used. Military gets caught at the front, at the back, everything else. But Russia is mocking the U.S. The mainstream media is mocking the U.S. Hell, the Associated Press is mocking the United States government for making this claim. Does that mean that the claim isn't real? Does that mean that the claim won't stand? Does that mean that the claim that the United States government is making that a false flag is about to happen, does it mean that they're going to back off? Well, understand this, folks. You and I are aware. The American people, not so much. The mainstream media is not going to cover this idea that it's a delusional Alex Jones conspiracy theory that the United States government is putting forward. Follow me here. Follow me, cameraman. The mainstream media is not going to reveal that Russia is laughing at it, mocking it on the world stage, so the American people won't know. The American people have been dragged by their nose into multiple false flag new realities. So for a quick reminder, the JFK assassination. Early reports talked about multiple shooters all over the place. The narrative came out very quickly. It was a lone shooter, and he was arrested, and then he was killed. Patsy, dead, problem over. Let's fast forward. The next false flag that we want to discuss and bring up, how the United States people, the people of the world, can be duped. 9/11. A lot of stuff happened in 9/11, folks. A lot of different players, a lot of different ideas, a lot of different theories, like AJ had his theory. We all had our theories about what was going on. But it was used to fool people, to convince them to believe a narrative that was used to push us into conflict. And it worked. They did that successfully, right in front of everyone, in front of God and the world. You know, we've got other false flags that have occurred, some more notorious than others. The Parkland shooting at the school down in Florida. Let me see. Handy Sook, because I can't say the words. Handy Sook. And then, of course, the infamous April 15th Boston Marathon bombing. All the information on that showed us that they could do things right in front of us, play these incredible games with people's heads, lie right to our faces, and then expect us to believe it, and then continue with their agenda. Have no fear, have no doubts. This is going to happen again. You and I are going to be aware ahead of time, because we've got a lot of run up to this point. Folks, the wreck is happening. You can hear the metal screeching. You can hear the tires screeching. You can hear it. The crunching, the wreck is happening. Right, the end of Cerveza stupidity on the level it's at is over. They're going to start tailing it down. You need to be prepared for what is coming next. I've got some more powerful information coming on the food supply issues. No surprise there for us, but when are they going to reveal it to the American people? It's coming. Have no doubts. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and a plan. Your problem is going to be you, right in the middle. You, right in the middle, and then that 10-mile radius around you. When it gets nasty, they're going to want to keep us distracted. So if stuff is happening in Ukraine, or stuff is happening in Syria, or stuff is happening in North Korea, or stuff is happening in Taiwan, or it could be anywhere else on the planet, it's all part of their plan. It's their operations. They're well aware of where this is heading. They were losing support, so they started up both the Russian thing and now the Syrian stuff. So does this invite a terror response from the terrorists in the Middle East? You bet. It certainly invites it when they go and kill an ISIS leader, ISIS Al-Qaeda leader. That's inviting trouble. What have they been warning? Oh, right-wing extremists in the United States. They want to take down the power grid. They want to blame you. They want to say, or may want to say, that right-wing extremists want to take advantage of the situation. Don't fall for it, folks. Be prepared, but it's going to happen. What we need to do is understand, see it for what it is, and help people get there. Help people realize it. Help people be prepared, because chance favors the prepared mind. Tune in. Next episode will be Free for All Friday. And I'll see you then. Godspeed, Semper Fi.